Hello, how are you? I um I wanted to go on live tonight and talk about the power of mindset because I recently read some information that was very inspiring, and some of it was research, which I'm going to talk about tonight. So you're about to get schooled. and Also just been hearing a lot of interesting things from people, so I wanted to share that with you. All right, so let's begin. So, what's the big deal about your mindset? Why does that matter so much? Well, psychologists in Yale decided to test that out. They went to a pool, not an actual pool where people swim, but like a study pool where they took a bunch of people who were extremely stressed. And I'm seeing everyone who's coming on. Hi, guys. Okay, on live and on replay, hi. So anyway, all these people were extremely stressed because it was after the financial crisis. And they approached these people, divided them in two groups. In the first group, they created a video, a short clip. And in that clip, they talked about stress as being a deteriorating factor to your health. You know, there was these like vivid images, facts, information, and it was all focused on how stress causes you to be working under suboptimally, or pressure. The stress in life caused you to develop sickness and worsening relationship issues, insomnia, a lot of problems. Meanwhile, in the other room, that group got to see stress as a developing factor for your life. And so those people, hey Lana, so those people got to witness a video clip that said, stress can actually help you become better at what you're doing. Have you seen people under stress in the nick of time? They shoot the hoop in that very last moment, or they work at peak performance. So those people are under a lot of stress and they're doing great. Why? Because stress is good for you. That's where you work optimally. So now they tested these two groups over time, like over the course of a few weeks, and they measured the difference between how they were before and how they were now. And the first group, they found that they had more insomnia, they were more stressed, they had more backaches, headaches. Overall, they were doing poorer compared to the other group, which was doing better. They were just less stressed, their relationships were improving, they were working better, they were producing more, they were having less backaches, headaches, less insomnia. So what does that mean? What does all this mean? This is basically what we have every single day. When we tell our friend, you'll get through this, don't worry, there's a purpose for this. What is that person telling you? Think like a growth mindset. Don't think of what you're going through as a bad experience, or it's dangerous, or it's worsening your life. That was the first group. They're telling you, and a lot of the studies are telling us, if you think a certain way, in a positive way, you will produce that and it will come out from you. And I'm also reading in this book, I mentioned it quite a few times, and I'm going to mention it again because it really is that good of a book. I'm really loving it. I'm listening to the audio version, High Performance Habits. Put a comment in this, please, if you're reading this, because I want to make a group with people who are like fans of this book. I love this book. And he talks about this growth mindset. If you ever ask a high performer, so he does studies on high performers, people who are extremely capable, like I said before, right? They're extremely successful. They view their struggles as growth. If you ask them their situation in life, how they've been doing, they'll say, I had a tough time in life or something, but you know what? That's helped me become who I am. And has anyone ever spoken to like an old person who has gone through a lot, but it's just kind of bitter about it? You know, they say like, I wasn't happy. People held me back from who I was supposed to be. I couldn't be who I was because of that person or my limitations in life. Those people, they viewed their struggles how? they viewed them as constriction, like they couldn't live, they couldn't breathe, they couldn't grow, and they remember it in that way too. Now ask the other person, and I've spoken to people like this, and these are like, some of them are like Holocaust survivors. One of them is Viktor Frankl, who I've never met, but Katie writes, the toughest people went through the most barriers. So true. So Viktor Frankl, one of the toughest things that a person could go through, he went through that. He went through the Holocaust, and he says, if it doesn't, what do you say? If it doesn't, you can get changed by it. I forgot the exact words. This is one of my favorite quotes. For some reason, it's leaving my mind. But what he says is, you have to transform from your situation. You have to grow. And he chose this situation that he went through. Like all the other people went through the same thing. What did he grow from it? He chose to grow from it by saying, I use that as a lesson for my life, to grow from it, to allow myself to believe that that was supposed to help me. And he's using it to help him. Just like those people going through that, what's that thing? What is that? Sorry, I forgot. The research study. Just like those people going through the research study, the people who thought stress was a positive thing, they became more positive and viewed their life in a better way. So, I'm going to ask each of you, what is one thing that you're dealing with that is stressful for you? Write it down. Write down, I'm stressed out at work, or my relationship is not what I really want it to be, or whatever you're dealing with. Now write down, what is one thing that I can learn from this? Switch it up. Make it like a growth, like you're growing from it. And what is one way I can become better from it? Okay? And I want to share with you something that, like, recently I heard from my friends. One of them told me yesterday, I was so excited when I started this health journey, getting healthy, whatever. And now I just feel like really blah. I just feel like really upset about the fact that I'm not, I'm not where I was, but I'm also not where exactly I want to be. So what was going on in her mind? And what goes on in everyone's mind who thinks like that? If you're dealing with a relationship and you're in the marriage and you're saying to yourself, this is not what I envisioned at the wedding day. This is not who I imagined to be with. You're not the person I thought you were. All these things that are going through your mind. When you think like that, you're thinking in a fixed mindset, because you're not allowing the challenges you're facing to bring out the best in you. Don't fear the challenge. And I thought of this today. Don't hate the struggle. Hate the fear of the struggle. How awesome is that? We fear so much struggle, and when we're scared of struggle, we kind of get paralyzed and we don't want to move forward. Hate the fear of the struggle. Do not hate the struggle. The struggle is inevitable. Everyone's going to have the struggle. Everyone. There is nobody on earth who doesn't have a struggle. Thank you, Katie. All right. So, if you're trying to get healthy, get out of the mindset of it's a diet. It is not a diet. What is the meaning of a diet? I think for me, the meaning of a diet is I'm punishing myself for a short-term goal because of my actions, my previous actions that I did that were unhealthy. Now I have to punish myself to get a short-term goal of weight loss. Think of it as a program. What is a program? A program is a change from within to make you a better person in your habits, in your daily habits. So when you look, and this is from the Overweight Mind. I read this in the Overweight Mind, guys. He talks about your habits come from your thoughts and beliefs. So if you're looking at your situation of weight loss as a diet, oh, again, I gotta sit on this diet. I hate these diets. I'm never gonna get healthy I never get healthy. I always gain the weight back after that. Yes, you do gain the weight back. Why? Because your mindset is about hating this diet. You're thinking like, I just gotta get through it to get healthy and then I'm free. It's not about feeling constricted. It's about already feeling free because you're taking steps towards your freedom by getting healthier and changing your mindset about how you do your habits, right? Am I making sense? Anyone? Marta? Am I making sense? Okay, so the power of mindset. The biggest power of the power of mindset is to understand that you have the power to change your mindset. A lot of us think we're stuck. You know, I heard this the other day from one of my friends. She just said, I'm stuck. I just feel stuck. I have been there. Has anyone ever been there? You don't have to comment or like, but you know what I'm talking about when you've said it. Just feel so stuck in life. The reason people often feel stuck is because of the way they look at their surroundings. They only see barriers, they only see walls, and there's no doors. Why is that? Because they're blocking themselves with that mindset that there's no way to grow from this experience. And when you stop feeling stuck, you know when that happens? It's when you stop thinking you can't grow from this experience. So whether you're in a tough situation with your finances, think about that as a struggle. I want everyone to write down one struggle they have. You know, we all have them. And then say to yourself, what is one way I can deal with this in a positive way? So, for example, a financial struggle, right? What is one way you can deal with that in a positive way? And I think a lot of our parents dealt with this as first-time, immigrants. A lot of our parents came with nothing. But did they make us feel like they had nothing? My mom never made me feel like that, even though we had very little. But did she make us feel like we had nothing? Did our parents do that to us? Why is that? They didn't look at their struggle as fixed. They looked at it as an opportunity for our children, for their children, that their children are going to use their struggles, and these children are going to grow into like educated, successful young adults. I think that is why there are so many successful young adults from first-generation Americans. Can I get a like for that? Because I'm so proud of all of us who are witness to this. And how proud are our parents to have witnessed this, right? That they went through the struggle to have nothing, but they didn't look at their life as if they had nothing, even though a lot of them came from being doctors and being pharmacists. My father-in-law was a pharmacist there, and you know, my mom was a teacher there in Russia, and over here, you know, she was a babysitter, you know, and he was a home attendant. But did they let that struggle hold them down and say, this is who I am, this is my life, these are all the walls in my face? No. Why? Because they understood of the growth mindset. They were high performers. So let them be a teacher for us. Let us learn from them so we can be, you know, educating our own children. And let's all call our parents then and say thank you. Or maybe it's a little late, 10:20 tomorrow, okay? We don't want anyone to get upset. But really, thank you for the struggles that you went through so that I can have a better life for myself. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I appreciate that. I know it wasn't easy to come to I like sometimes think about that. Coming to a place that you had no language and no skill to share to the world in this place to make money for little children that you're bringing with you. And we're so scared. Each one of us are so scared. Oh my God, what if I don't get the raise? God, your parents and my parents, they came with nothing. They came with nothing. And they were okay because they weren't afraid. They had faith. They had trust. That they understood there was a bigger picture. And the bigger picture is us. So awesome. So awesome talking to you. I'm going to wind it down here, or wind it up, whatever the word is. And I'm going to hand it over to each of you to share this wonderful message with your parents by telling them thank you for the struggle, and by learning how to handle your own struggle as an opportunity for growth. And don't be scared of the struggle. Be scared of the fear in the struggle, because there's nothing to be afraid of. And I'm speaking to myself because I really need to learn this lesson. All right, guys. Good night. Bye.